Spike's RT blog date, February 17th, 2012. Well, I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day. Mine went alright, but it got ruined by the Department of Revenue. So, here's what happened. I was out to get lunch, I put in my order, and I used my debit card to pay, so then it comes up declined, and that was a bit unusual for me, so I go to an ATM, try to figure out what was happening. And the ATM couldn't complete my transaction either. So I looked up my balance there and it came up with 0, which was unusual because I knew I had money at the time. So I go to my bank to check out my statements. And one of the statements had cleaned out my whole bank account. And on top of that, they've frozen my account. And I found out it was the Department of Revenue that did this because they say I owe them over $500. And I never received any notice of this, even though they said it. I never received anything. But so the same day I have it paid off. And then I have $200 that's supposed to be going to my account the next day. But then I find out that the account is still frozen and the $200 is gone. So they took my money away even though I paid them in full. So I am really pissed off with them. And they're giving me the runaround trying to figure this stuff out. So now I'm looking to get my money back. So, I mean, this has never happened to me before. Let's see. Alright, aside from that, earlier this week, some fans in Baltimore, Maryland had their plans to start their own furry convention, and so they started a contest to look for some name ideas. They had offered a $50 gift card, some free admission, a t-shirt, and a super special ribbon. The entries was limited to 1 per person, and the contest ended this past Tuesday night. And we should be getting the results of that a little bit later. Also, I had found this story yesterday, and I laughed at this considering that I work for Disney. This came out of Canfield, Ohio. A Northeast Ohio elementary school says a missing Mickey Mouse spurred a brief lockdown while parents were visiting the school for Valentine's Day parties. Now, I am not making this up. This is actually true. The Vindicator in Youngstown reports of a parent wanted to surprise a class dressed as Mickey Mouse but failed to tell the principal at C.H. Campbell Elementary School in suburban Canfield. The woman signed in at the office but then changed into the costume in a restroom. She went into the class as Mickey Mouse and then changed out the costume. Superintendent Dante Zambrini says it was a case of Mickey Mouse was here, then he was missing. And this caused the school to be locked down as a precaution. And by the way, the woman talked with police in today determined that she did not mean any harm. But did you think that she would have at least told them before she dressed up? I mean, I'm sure they would have let her. I mean, look at us. We do our event, and we usually call the people ahead of time before we even dress up in fursuits. And usually they're okay with it. If there's a problem with it, then we would know. But this one, she just went straight forward with it, didn't tell anyone. Don't you think that with all the stuff, with all the school shootings, that they would have at least found some... I mean, yeah, I know this sounds silly with her dressing as Mickey Mouse, but they have to be cautious these days, you know? Oh, yeah. This definitely made me feel better for Valentine's. Got some candy, some Reese's peanut butter cups. So, This will at least calm me down from all the frustration I've had this past week. So that'll do it for this vlog. Spike Pap logging out.